Hello. I've returned. Apologies. Hopefully this is a little bit better. I presume the stream has come back up. I can get like a thumbs up. Or like a yeah, buddy. That'd be cool. Alright, seems like game is playing a little bit better. Hopefully the stream is not overloading. Take that really cute emote as a replacement for yeah buddy, which is always acceptable. This is gonna be a total jump in tone, but by chance any RuPaul's Drag Race viewers in chat? I keep thinking about it was a good episode last night. That's how I've been spending my Friday nights recently. Friday evenings, perhaps, because I also streamed some Jackbox last night until like midnight, which is late for me. Normally my bedtime's like 10:30. This dude's running like crazy. It's a pretty lackluster China shop. I expected a bit better. What the hell hit me there? I hit the heal button. Okay, apparently that was the pellet. I don't like, they really switched up a lot for I don't know why in this game. Like, the fact that X isn't the item button. I have to hit up on the D-pad to heal. Oh, he's close. Makes me do like, I normally claw in Souls, but this game makes me claw like a fucking madman in the middle of boss fights. Weird being pushed around but not hurt. I don't really know how to respond to that. No, I don't want to do this again. I don't like this mini boss. Fuck. Dude, he broke my ankles. Sorry. Smacking some stuff around. Oh, man's sick. I'm getting, people are sick. Oh, there's the text. Cool. Yeah, and he's dying. That's fine. We're moving on. I thought that the main characters could like for actuals die. When I was first playing, I was scared that I was just gonna be too bad and all of the characters were just gonna get deaded. Oh, see, I'm already losing track of the deaths. So that's 4 deaths, and I think we're at 7. I think I missed one last time. Alright, bobbing and weaving. Should be doable. I would like another gourd seed, or sorry, another prayer bead, which I will get after this. But, like, ideally, prior to this would be cool. These guys still alive? No, they're dead. Oh, I'm, like, almost out of pellets. That's not good. That was my main qualm with Bloodborne. Was the, like, permanently consumable healing items. Made it hard when you were like, okay, I'm just bad for forever. Being like, okay, well, shit, I was so bad, I've run out of the ability to, like, even heal myself. Please just let me hit you. Yo, what's up, Lane? How are you doing? This boss isn't like that bad with patience, but it sucks like having the patience and getting it low and then getting trampled and being like, well, the boss, this one just isn't that fun, so I don't want to do it again. No! What was that? Dude, don't do this to me. Some Kroger sushi? Honestly sounds great. I've eaten a lot of H-E-B sushi in my life, which is like a Texas local grocery store chain. Ah! Excuse me. I'm not a fan of Cali rolls. They got some crazy everything, I'm gonna be honest. Ah! Oh my god, that last hit was so greedy, and I should have died. Oof. Alright. That was way too greedy. Yeah, HEB's got some crazy, like, generic everythings. Please let me rest. Oh no. What if I die to these guys? Yeah, what if? I'm gonna just die. It's fine. I don't need the... I would rather not waste that res that I got. I really like shellfish. I really don't like cucumber. So when the roll is just, hey, we're gonna have rice and a lot of cucumber, and then like one thing that you kind of like, except for it's an imitation version of that, I think I'll pass. I'm gonna go snag this, not bonfire, shrine? Moving to Florida soon. Ew. I'm sorry to hear that. Just spamming. Just get me out of here. Just let me hit the thing. I somehow knew. I was like, I'm going to say that. And someone... Not going to get offended, but I felt like it's a good chance that someone lives in Florida. That's kind of how I was with Texas. guy exist as a mini-boss right now? Only moving there for 6 months? Okay. Avocado nigiri. Ooh. There was a really, really, really good ramen place that I went to in Orlando at AGDQ. But I don't remember what it was. I just remember that, like... Well, like, honestly, I have no reason to remember what it was. But... I can't see shit. I have no idea. I was there. I've been to Orlando when I was a wee lad, and then for AGDQ. I can probably ask my friend. She lives in Florida, and she's the one that took us there. But I know that most of the time, like, the egg in ramen, I'm like, yeah, this egg's all right. But the egg at wherever we went was, like, boiled just right and was, like, crispy on top. And holy shit, it was next level. I'm not playing this well. I need Makiri, ideally. But also perhaps this will give me enough levels for Makiri, and I should be able to. I wasn't focusing very hard. I was thinking about ramen. I haven't had good ramen in a long time. That's one of the things I miss most about Austin, honestly. There's some kick-ass ramen places. Level me up? Not quite. Alright, that's fine. Let me just hit this one, and then I'll go back to fight the boss up top. I could also use this coin purse to buy the gourd seed, which I also think I will do. I'll be real, no names you throw out are going to stick with me. However, I'm sure they're all delightful. We didn't really have a wait, though. We walked in with like 6 people. And we're seated within like 10 minutes. What am I doing? I need to go here. So it was real close to Orlando City Walk.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
It was in a little it was in just like a little shopping center. It may have been next to like a Publix. I feel like I'm just like I'm going the wrong way. I'm not being good at multitasking right now. I need to go sell this coin purse and buy this gourd seed. It was like right next to a Publix, just in like a normal ass shopping center. But what notably stood out to me, which is strange because it was like overall really good, but I would say I've had some overall really good ramen a few times, but I've never been like, I don't know, wowed by an egg. But I ate that and I was like, I want 10 more of those. This guy got the wheeze. Also, he's got the firecrackers. I thought the other guy had the firecrackers. Yeah, whatever, get at it. Maybe it's just because that's the only guy I've spoken to. Oh, that's totally fair. Also, I think it's reasonable to say I'll not be finishing this in 2 hours, but that's okay. Lane, why are you moving to Florida? I don't know if I meant to ask, but I think I forgot. Let me hold on. I need Makiri before doing Genichiro for sure. Like absolutely 100% non-negotiable. That's at least enough to secure it. So you're in Orlando, but okay, this is definitely an ignorant question. I like almost actively try and not learn things about Florida. I think the Bugs Bunny gif of Florida getting sawed off, it's only 2, I'm a buffoon. I think the Bugs Bunny sawing Florida off the map gif is apt. But like, how much of Orlando is not Touristville? I kind of assumed that that was just kind of all Orlando was. My brain's trying to do so many things. Yo, what's up, Berm? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I need to enter the castle, and I need to fight the elite, and then get Ichiro. Southwest Orlando, International Drive. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so when I was... Oh, I need to also do that. When I landed for AGDQ, I got picked up by an Uber. The Uber, like, disconnected, like, halfway from them starting to them getting to the airport, and then a car pulled up, and I was like, that vaguely looks like the Uber that was in the car, but it's still... They haven't moved on the map for, like, 8,000 hours. But it was that one, and so I hopped in with the people that I was with, that I just kind of met up with on Twitter, also going to the event. And so we're driving, and like halfway through the drive, she's like, hey, is your Uber app working? And I was like, no. Is yours? She was like, nope. I was like, all right, cool. And then I offered, so the total for the Uber there was like, from the airport to the hotel was like $28, $30 maybe. Oh, I thought that was a prayer bead. That's unfortunate. And so I say, because the Uber app's not connecting, but she has the address in her phone, like, she's getting us there regardless. I'm just thankful I'm with 2 other people, so if I'm getting kidnapped, like, at least there's a few more people that someone may be on the lookout for. And then, so we're getting there, and as we're getting closer, I'm like, hey, I say, hey, I don't know how much Uber takes as a cut. Is $20, like, can I just give you $20 cash? Is that reasonable? And she borderline slams on the brakes in the middle of the highway, and she whips around to look at me in the back seat and goes, $20? And I was like, favorite enemy in the game, by the way. I was like, okay, lady. This was just in my head. I'm not trying to fight with a lady that's driving me through a town I don't live in on an untracked ride. But I was like, okay, lady. There's no way Uber's giving you 70% of this ride. Like, there's just, that's not happening. If drivers were getting 70% of every ride, I don't think they would be as mad about, like, workers' rights. But she thinks $20 is fucking absurd. So I'm like, fine. Is $30 okay? I'm not trying to negotiate this with you. I just want to give you money to just get me to the place that I'm going. And so we get there, and I give her $30 after being borderline, like, bullied, but I don't give a shit because I'm in the middle of fucking Orlando and I have no idea what's happening. So I just give her $30, and then she goes and opens the back of the minivan, and my bag exclusively full of my laptop and my Wii and Switch and all of my electronics then falls out of the top onto the ground. And she laughs and goes, ha ha ha, hope that wasn't anything valuable. And I just went, well, no, it was just literally all of my valuable things. And she went, oh, that sucks. And I went, okay. Can I leave, please? It's 75% of the fare? Has that changed? Why is the game minimizing? What did I do to... I had no idea. Maybe I'm ignorant and just assuming I'm more knowledgeable than I am, which is not a rare thing. How are you doing, NK? No, I didn't want to rest. I wanted to teleport. What's my in-game time? Doesn't say. Gourd seed. Yes. Do I have 2? Yes. Do I have 3? No. Okay, so I need to go here. And then I need to haul ass up some stairs, beat a mini boss, and then beat Genichiro. Deadly? Here, let me do something real quick to answer that question. Hold on. I made absolutely sure that I brought this with me from Texas to Wisconsin. There was absolutely 0% chance that this shit was staying behind. No, sir. This was coming with me without a doubt. How are you doing? I hope you're doing so well. I see you on my Snapchat map sometimes, and think about messaging you, but then am very awkward and assume that anyone that I haven't talked to in over a year has forgotten about my existence, which is unreasonable, but, you know. So I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. How's your Saturday? I guess, it would be, is it Sunday there? Almost? Because you're in Norway, I think. If I remember correctly. I also have, yeah, lots of questions. I'm spitting off. My brain moves at a pace that no one can comprehend. I've been called the supercomputer. Yes, no, yes, yes, yes. 12:15. Or sorry, 0:15. Reasonable. Cool. I don't think I asked that many questions. I think there were a lot of, like, I hope you're doing well, so I hope the yes is that you are doing well. But I also could be wrong. Also, there was only one no. I don't know what that one was about, so I'll just go with I was overall on the money. Please don't kill me. This guy's embarrassing to die to. Gin and tonic? Nice. I'm drinking a Crown and Coke. And by Crown and Coke, I actually mean Crown and Dr. Pepper. And by drinking, I mean, I've never seen that man do that move. And by drinking, I mean I actually finished that drink. So now I have no drink. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed and deserve to be made fun of. I would like another prayer bead before Genichiro, but I don't think that's gonna be reasonable. Let me think real quick. No, I've fought Genichiro enough. I should be fine. I moved states because of I graduated from university, and I got offered a job. And this is where that job offer took me, and they offered me a lot of money, and I said yes, please, with a lot of It was hard. They gave me an offer that was hard to say no to. And Madison, Wisconsin seemed like a delightful place to be. And thus far, I have not been proven wrong. So I've been having a good time up here. I went from, in your eyes, damn near went from the desert to the tundra. It's the exact opposite of a Texas. Alright, this is probably my favorite boss in the game. Astral, what is your... Also, would you prefer me to call you Astral or Ray? I default to the prefix of the name. What is your scope of job interests and or study? Alright, I'll stick with Astral if you do not have a preference. Do you go by Ray in person? You do. Alright, then I will probably go with Ray then, just because I have a preference to calling people the same thing that I wouldn't feel weird about shit yelling out in the middle of a store. Alright, well, I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily plug the company I work at, but C# is one of our main languages. And I'm gonna be real, I've looked into it a lot. I still don't really know the difference between .NET and C#. Like C#'s a .NET framework, or .NET's a C# framework, or something therein. But we're always looking for developers. We write a lot of C#. It's true. I did go to college for quite a long time to be a nerd. Yeah, and see, like, I vaguely know what that means, but I don't know. In my brain, like, having. Okay, so I guess you can write you can write C# that isn't .NET. Also, like I said, I'm glad it paid off, but that's my favorite boss. I wasn't focusing on that literally at all. I don't remember what happened. I was paying attention to chat, having a good convo. That's a fun boss. I've played that many a time. That's always anytime I'm bored and just want to be like, let me play Sekiro. I'll just boot this up and just fight Genichiro like 2 or 3 times and be like, all right, cool. Cool. I'm always just like Python, and then like, oh, NumPy, or like SciPy, or Pandas. So I guess I don't know if we use .NET. I always see Microsoft talk about .NET. Okay, so there's a couple different versions of .NET. Framework, Core, Mono, Xamarin. Yeah, like all that stuff. Cool. Sounds good. I don't know if I'm in the right mindset right now to discuss the intricacies of all of the differences of C#. I should probably know a bit more about them. Oh, cool. Okay, we use VB. I work for Epic Systems, not games, but we used a lot of VB, and then shifted to now C#. And I thank God I didn't work when it was like VB and proprietary JSX. Now it's like C# and React, which are much more reasonable. All right, about an hour. I would say this is about the halfway point, maybe the 40% point. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna just mute my mic. So take a 5-minute break or so. Grab some water, etc. Thank you all for being here thus far. I've been having a great time, and I'm excited to keep going. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, I'm back. I hope y'all had a delightful few-minute break. Oh, when did the timer get reset? That's ridiculous. What button did I hit? All right, we were like in an hour and 10 minutes. That's fine. Cool. Cool, cool. All right. Onward. Oh. I don't... Do you have... How was my pee? It was alright. Fulfilling. Satisfying. Relieving, even. Was it clear? It was not... I am hydrated. I will say I have learned based on both internet infographics as well as discussion with urologists and general doctors. Um, Hold on, which one am I supposed to say? Yeah, I'm supposed to say that one. 2 or 3 times. Actually, I've died only 5 times. That's reasonable. But pee that it's too clear is actually a little bit, that's discouraged. You can be too hydrated. So I will say I'm reasonably hydrated. So now I'm a pee expert. I've had multiple kidney stones, and have been to the urologist quite a few times. So I will say I do believe I have more than more than the average amount of knowledge. Also, I know a friend of mine that used to drink sincerely, like, what's the reason I got kidney stones? I have not gotten an exact answer on that. I haven't really had them scanned. I have one just kind of presently chilling in my kidney, but it's below. All right, so I don't really give a shit talking about this, but like your kidneys, like here, your ureter connects like halfway up, and so anything in the bottom, it just kind of chills there. It never really like goes back up. So I've been told I just have a kidney stone that's just chilling in the lower half of my left kidney and could just be there forever. And my dumb brain was like, not dumb, my interesting brain was like, wonder if I could just like do a handstand or some shit like that. Not necessarily sincerely. But then as I was having that thought, the urologist was like, oh, and just, by the way, you can't like just do a handstand or anything. Like you won't really like work it back up. And I was like, huh. She's heard this before. Are kidney stones also not supposed to be clear? What the fuck do you mean? It's a rock. It's a rock that forms in one of your organs. What do you mean? Is it not supposed to be clear? I didn't eat a rock. I drank a ridiculous amount of soda when I was a child. Not a child, like a teenager, I guess. And that has a lot of like the sugar and whatever. But I'm trying to think about too many things at the same time. Hold on. But like dehydration like kind of causes it, but also it's just kind of, it's like, well, sometimes some people are just predisposed to it and it just kind of sucks. So for a while I was like, I'm not drinking. I was drinking like a gallon of water a day. I was like not drinking any alcohol, no soda, no like anything. And I was like, well, all right. And my pee still wasn't like fully clear. And then I got told I still had a kidney stone. And I was like, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna drink a lot of water and then also still drink other things I enjoy. Hello, Anthony. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the medical talk. What do I want? Mid-air deflection? Yes. Run and slide? No. What's the other thing that I have? Ichimonji? Yes. Deflection increases damage to posture. Can't afford that one. I think I would prefer that one, but I'm gonna get that one instead. I now need to go to the abandoned dungeon. I'm gonna travel here. Actually, I'm gonna take this wee moment again. It'll be just another wee moment. Keep seeing this sombrero on the floor and getting confused. Ah, damn, I should have not mentioned the sombrero and then just put it back on. So the last anecdote that I wanted to tell, and I meant to tell earlier, but then forgot, and this is the last thing I'm going to mention on this subject, unless someone else explicitly asks. But I had a friend in high school that drank, like, sincerely, like, 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of water a day. Just kind of, like, uber hydro homie. But she had to go get, like, she had to go get a urine test done for, I don't know, like, birth control or something. And she drank so much water that when they took her test and they were like, why did you, like, this wasn't a drug test, why did you just, like, scoop water in your sample? She was like, what are you talking about? They were like, there's no way that you didn't, like, put water in this cup. And she's like, what? No, I promise I peed in the cup. Like, I just ingest a ridiculous amount of water. And they were like, okay, drink less water and come back in 2 weeks and we'll have to run the tests again. I was like, shit, dude, that's crazy. Hydro homies would be would be put to shame over that. Lane, why do I have to restart the game? Is it because I now need to do the whole thing in the hat? That was the first time I've been, like, truly impressed. I got, I stood up out of my chair. You're right. And sorry, I should have just, here, I could just take my headphones off and wheel to the bathroom. Does that count? Does it count if I, like, squat walk it everywhere? I clearly didn't, but... Hello, paper baby. No, I don't want to talk. Yeah. Of course I'm going in. A crab walk everywhere. So I used to work as a counselor in training. I used to work as a counselor at a summer camp. Hold on, I needed to reference my tiny route that I wrote. I used to work at a summer camp as a counselor. And you had to go through 2 years. Well, sorry, you could go through 2 years of being a counselor in training, as being 15 and 16, to be able to be a counselor at 17 instead of anyone could just apply to be a counselor as if you're 18 or up. You could just, like, come in and be like, I never went to this camp, I never did anything, I'm just here. Cool. But there were a whole bunch of things that were, like, things, it was like hazing, except for it was explicit that it wasn't required. It was just very strongly encouraged. Like, if you were in the week of the CITs, you had to, the counselors in training, you had to, like, you were supposed to, anytime you got up to, like, get a food refill in the dining hall or whatever, you were supposed to, like, crab walk. There was a camp dance at the, there was a boys camp and a girls camp. It was a pretty old-fashioned camp. There was, like, boys camp and girls camp, and there was a dance every week that the camps would get together and have, like, a little thing. And all the CITs went down to the girls' camp and then had to, like, run a mile back up to the boys' camp after the dance is over. And then one counselor was notable for, like, having, when he was a CIT, he was like, I'm not running, and I know the laws. You can't make me. I'm riding the tractor back with y'all. And they went, well, you're right. We can't stop you. All right. And so everyone else was just like, wait, shit, dude, that's an option? We don't have to do all this shit? That's crazy. Oh, man. I went to... They had excellent milk. I'm so glad to hear. What, was it in a place that was like... that had notable milk or notable dairy or anything? Sorry, this is it's a little tight on my upper throat. So the camp I went to was a, like... It was related to a German fraternity organization. And so my grandpa went there when he was a child, and at that point it was only a boys' camp. It came out of a spout. Okay. Cool. Interesting. New, even. But like you had to have, like, I still have life insurance through this company. You had to be like part of the fraternity or whatever to go to the camp. And so it was like, I went there for 5 years. 5 years as a camper, 2 years as a CIT. Was a junior counselor 1 year at 17, and then was a counselor for a summer at 18. And then some shit went down, and the camp fell apart, and I got in trouble for accidentally mentioning marijuana in an Instagram post that was posted for approximately 5 seconds. And I posted that and was like, oops, didn't mean to have that in there. Was just like not really thinking. And immediately deleted the post, but saw that the camp director had posted on Instagram legitimately directly after me. Like 2 seconds after me. And I was like, okay, well, there's approximately a 0% chance that they did not see that. So that's quite unfortunate, even though I immediately deleted it. And then sure enough, I got a ring-a-ding-ding on the phone call, and they were like, did you post this Instagram post that said this exact thing? And I went, yeah. And I forgot that guy's name, so in my little route, I just put Roberto. Yeah, so they were like, did you say this? And just read my post verbatim. And I went, yep. And they went, all right, well, we're going to have to ask you to not come back. You can reapply through our entire tedious application process to be a counselor. And I went, no, that doesn't sound worth it. I'm sorry. They went, okay. I guess you're fired then. And I went, okay, I guess I am. And I was quite sad about it. But thankfully, the summer that happened, everything kind of went to shit. And a whole bunch of the people that I really liked also like quit or got fired for the exact same reason shortly after. So it wasn't the biggest of deals. And then I found another job that summer anyway, so life goes on. I'm happy that, like, I was practicing a bit earlier and I was not playing very well, so I'm happy that I'm able to be playing quite well and not, like, be able to be a little tipsy and just focusing on chat, and still playing quite well. I do, for the record, have, I think, like 150 hours in this game. If not a bit more, because I also bought it on PS5. Alright, monkeys. And then that route, I did that guy. Okay. I need, also, yes, laying the devil's lettuce. I guess, sorry to to offend anyone if they are part of the anti-cabbage campaign. My favorite question to ask my grandmother, who is a devout Jehovah's Witness, aka cultist, but I like to ask her if she ever thinks anyone in the Bible ever smoked weed, and she's like, oh, "Of course not. Why would you ever imply something like that?" And I'm like, "You're telling me that Moses, the man who went up on the mountain alone and had an encounter with a burning bush, and then met God? You think he wasn't? You think he wasn't?" She's like, oh, "How dare you imply that?" I love fucking with my grandma. Oh my god. My favorite, hold on, I'm gonna take, this is important enough to pause for a second. These two stories are so good. So I show up one time, and her house is a mess. She's been renovating her house for like 5 years. I show up one time, and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" Etc. Exchange some interactions. Notice there's her keys and some envelopes on the ground. And I go, "Hey, I picked your keys up. Where do you want me to put them?" And she turns around and goes, "No, that's where I keep those." And I say, "In the middle of your kitchen floor?" And she goes, "Yes, right next to the bills so I don't forget them." And I go, "Okay, let's move on." Next conversation topic, please. And then other interaction when I was figuring out how to pay for college, because I was like, damn, college is expensive. Despite all the other shit that goes on, I still love her and appreciate her. She did pay for a semester and a half of my college, which was delightful. And we were talking about it, and I was like, college is expensive. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that shit. And she was like, she said, "It's okay." Sorry. "It's okay. Jesus didn't go to college, and he turned out just fine." And I said, he was exiled by an entire country of people, if not more than the country, and was crucified in his 30s, and died an agonizing death of torture publicly. And she said, "Well, besides that." And I said, "What the fuck do you mean besides that? That is the literal only, like, starting point. That's the point of your religion. That's where it started. What do you mean besides that? Besides that, he was a fucking Middle East carpenter with 12 friends. That's just a normal guy." Anyway, so that's my grandmother. Alright, I need to remember what to do to not make this horrible. Honestly, I feel similarly. Okay, so I mean, like, yes, but also I don't mean to, I'm not trying to start any, like, actual religious shit, but, like, allegedly, I truly do believe that there was a man named Jesus in the Middle East who made a lot of people hate him. I do not believe that that man was actually the Son of God. But I think that a lot of the stuff that was, like, discussed in the Bible probably actually happened. I think there was probably a dude named Jesus that had some homies, and they fooled around and said some shit. I don't know if he thought he was the Son of God, but other people damn well probably did. Jesus is probably a translation, yeah. There's also, like, Yahweh and Allah and God and Jehovah and etc. So, yeah, I'm sure. Sorry about the train. I'm so excited to be moving away from the train tracks soon. But you want to be the 13th friend like Roxas. That's funny. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts over the past, like, year. Brandon's been getting me real into it. Yeah, honestly, like, yeah, like, the Son of God, we just have, like, I don't know, I was gonna say some real boring-ass name, like, no offense, but I was gonna say, like, John, or, like, Michael, but those were disciples, those were people in the book. those were already used. And I think the dude's name was, what if his name was Jesus? Oh, you said Yeshua. I don't know how it plays in, but, like, yeah. Dude's name is... Hey guys, I'm Josh. What's up? How's everyone doing? Ooh, I would like this one. I would like this one, but that one was affordable. Yeah, that one's still fine. Alright, cool. Yeah, alright, so we are 1/3 of the way through the second half of this route. So we have 2 more little bits to go. We're gonna go to the... What was it? Bottomless hole. So I've Riley, back to your comment. I've actually offered to all of my, all but one of my grandparents that if they ever want to smoke weed, to, like, let me know. I've been very fortunate with my family members to pretty much, like, I don't know. I've been it's mostly my mom that has allowed this because she's a real homie, but I've been the same way with her, but I'm very, like, unabashed about, like, this is stuff that I do. I am smart and I'm I do my research and I'm resourceful and I'm getting my shit done, and I don't really care about old conservative people knowing that I'm gay or smoking weed, and if it makes someone comfortable, honestly, good. That's more like ammo to mess with them. Where am I? Where am I going? I've never landed this far down. How do I get up? I've always grappled to the top, but the thing wouldn't let me. I've never been lost down here. Hello? There we go. Maybe? This is absurd. What the hell? I didn't even know all this stuff was down here. Oh. Okay. And here we are. It's just like I'm starting over. My viewers, like, cut in half since I started my Jesus ramble. I don't really care. Sorry if I offended anyone. Sincerely, but also I don't care that I talked about it. Not that anybody that would have been offended is probably still here. Smoking gay weed. I saw a great bumper sticker that I really vibed with one time. That was just like, I support homosexual couples being able to defend to get married and defend their marijuana plants with their guns legally. I was like, yes, this is delightful. I stand for all of these things. I too wish to be a gay man growing a marijuana plant with a neat gun that knows how to safely use it and own it and not be worried that I'm ever gonna murder someone. I grew up... Damn, we're just hitting all of the controversial topics. I grew up... My grandpa was very, very into guns, and so I just generally knew, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know how to be safe and smart and not, like... good safety and common sense from a very young age. Oh, I didn't want you to notice my existence. That's very unfortunate. So I'm all for the reasonable existence of if someone wants to have a neat thing, they just need to know how to use it and, you know, not be mentally unstable and etc. etc. That's the part that we don't really need to get into. Excuse me? Am I dead? Well, that sucks. I'll read that in just a moment, but I'm quite intrigued. I saw family reunion and lesbian, and I'm here for it, honestly. But I will say, I have given suggestions for like how to handle stuff with controversial things, how I would handle them with my family, and I know that that is not how other people's families can go down, because I'm very grateful to have good support with the family members that I honestly care about, and I'm here for making old Christian Republican people uncomfortable by things that aren't white Christian Republicans. But I know that other people's family situations do not allow them to be flamboyant smartasses for the purpose of making people uncomfortable. Damn, the second half of this went very well. Hopefully I don't like fuck it up at the very end, but that was a very good fight. See, God, oh my, fights like that where you're just playing and you're just in the rhythm and you're just feeling good and you're like, yes. Oh God, this game feels so good to play. Okay, let's see. Mom's brother wanted to do a family reunion. My mom was concerned how it would go because you are a lesbian and her family's conservative. She said that if we went and they were problematic, then her and I could fuck off and explore Denver on our own. Delightful. And so I told her she could bring it up with them and tell them. Somehow got lucky and they're supportive. Rad. Then the reunion never happened because of COVID. Anti-rad. Cool. I went to Denver with a friend of mine, like in, I guess like 18 months ago. November of 21. Wait. No, November of 2020. Excuse me. And that was like right when Denver was hitting like red alert lockdown COVID, and it was so boring. We just chilled in the hotel and just like we were watching the Queen's Gambit at the time, which is a killer movie or series. Very, very good. But wasn't a whole lot going on. The rest of Colorado that we drove through was really cool because there was a lot of small towns that weren't really affected by COVID that much. I'm gonna check real quick because all of my past like attempts at the game have been in-game time. So I'm gonna see what my in-game time is right now. I don't know if anyone knows. I assume no one else is like keeping track, or if they were, they would have said something by now. But do y'all believe my 138.33? All right, cool. I believe my deaths and reses are accurate, but I don't suspect it really matters. I'm not too far off if I am at all. I just mostly wanted to know if I was like around 5 or 10, or if I was gonna get up to like the 60s. Oh, poo-poo. Well, one of my favorite things about Sekiro is like an actual pause menu. One of the good things about my family and just my, like, growing up experience, I guess, was that I was in theater a lot. And didn't necessarily feel like I was a flamboyant individual. I just had a lot of fun doing theater, and just apparently my stepdad, who's a very white, Republican, fairly conservative man, who is absolutely one of the most supportive people of me that I've ever met, and has legitimately thrown friends of his up against the wall for, like, saying mildly uncomfortable shit about me being gay. I've been like, oh fuck, all right. Which he's a delight, but also like a year after doing that, he also had like Trump Pence 2016 wallpapers for his work desktop. I was like, God, this is conflicting. But that's okay. Doesn't matter. We're just hitting the controversial points. I don't care. I'm just big vibing. I hope everyone's doing swell on this delightful Saturday. But I don't know. Apparently, he claims he has known that I have been gay since I was in the 5th grade. Which I didn't even possibly consider. I was telling a girl that I loved her in the 5th grade. I thought that was all there was to it. But cool. But then by like 7th and 8th grade, people were like, Dalton, are you gay? I never got bullied. Sincerely, never once, and I'm extremely appreciative for that, and empathize or sympathize infinitely with people who were, and I'm extremely grateful. But people were like, Dalton, are you gay? And I was like, no. And they were like, aw, let us know when you figure it out. And I would be like, fuck off. And then I would go ask the theater director if I could wear the fairy wings in the costume closet around school for the rest of my classes for the day. And be like, this is normal. And I only like explicitly told a few people, and then just kind of started like throwing it in conversations. And then nobody was surprised. In any sense of the word. And we just went on from here. My mom told a few relatives, my dad told a few relatives. That was mostly it. Gotten in some mild altercations with some relatives on Facebook, and I make them just feel uncomfortable, and thankfully I have not had any family members that have been like, this is a problem. But I've definitely pulled the, so why is that funny? Like, can you explain that? Like, I don't get it. Can you explain that? Like, my uncle on Twitter, not Twitter, Facebook one time, I posted a picture, honestly, explicitly to get some interactions of me, like, with painted nails. And he tagged my dad and was like, Tom, we should have gotten Uncle blah 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 to take him out in the yard and blah blah blah. And I was like, what's that supposed to mean? And like, what are you saying? And he was like, oh, well, Uncle blah 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 did this and this. And I'm like, so you're saying that I need to be taken into the yard and physically assaulted by a family member because my nails are painted? And he started hardcore backpedaling and just like falling apart. And I was like, this is the shit that I live for. Yes. And then that's also when I was like, I need to be off Facebook. I need to not interact with people on this platform. That's funny. Yeah, there's quite a few people were like, I mean, like, yeah, we kind of already, like, I thought we had already gone through this. Yeah, I had to tell a group of friends, I was like, hey, I'm sorry that like this is the place that we mostly talk, but like I need to deactivate my Facebook. And then I hate that like I wanted to use Facebook Marketplace or something, looking for like a used office chair or furniture or something. And then it was like, all right, you must reactivate your Facebook account. You can't like just use our other services. Like, I'm not surprised, but I'm still annoyed. Yeah, and most of the times I posted stuff on Facebook, it just ended up starting shit with, like, the family members I didn't want to start shit about. Or start shit with. Oh, I didn't think that was gonna hit me. Fuck. So I just needed, it wasn't worth it. I've had the interactions with the family members that I'm like, I don't need to be making people angry anymore if they're still uncomfortable by shit that I say at this point. Anthony, that makes, oh, poo-poo. That makes me happy, because, yeah, like, it was, I mean, like, I assume you know, because you were part of the conversation, but I was like, yeah, I need to get off this hellscape. And I'm glad when I started messaging our little Discord server that people were, mildly receptive, at least. We got, I guess we talk about as much, now as we did toward the end on Messenger. Shit! Alright, so that was a res and a death. That was the first one in a while. I don't feel bad about that. Anytime I practice that boss, I'm like, oh, this isn't that bad, but also the entire point of that boss is that it's just one life, but it's like the stamina or the posture regen is fucking insane in the membrane. And the entire boss fight is pivoted, but like centered around, like just a lot of repetitive attacks that you can parry and feel good about, but it doesn't matter because the stamina is still going to regen just as fast, or posture, excuse me. Postures are going to regen just as fast unless you focus on actually dodging some of the attacks and doing health. And so learning that and like figuring out how to implement that, so like dodging the last one of that instead of parrying it to get some health in, is made this boss fight even cooler. Because I'm still like, it feels so good to parry, and so I'm still like a parry fiend. Which is also why I originally liked this boss fight, because it basically just was... I always do that. I jump in too close. Because it was fun to just do a bunch of parries. And I could be like, alright, I'll just sit here and parry for 5 minutes, and that's just the entire boss fight. One, two, 3, 4, dodge. Alright, so now we're into orange bar. Orange bar is the point where I trust my parry ability enough that I'm fine just kind of sitting back and not worrying about damage. And I will just sit here. No, don't jump in. Alright. And I will just sit here and just hit parry for 3 minutes straight, and Makiri as needed, etc. Oop, missed that one. No. I felt as soon as I hit. I've done this boss fight so many times. As soon as I hit the button wrong, I was like, all right, well. Thankfully, I fell on the ground and didn't get hit by the last swirl. It's fine. Not. I mean, like, generally, it's safe, I guess, to get your posture broken on the last hit of a chain. Maybe even the second to last, because you're, oh, sorry, real cool guy on the motorcycle outside has to let everyone in the world know how big his dick is. But generally, second to last hit of a combo is also okay to get your posture broken on, because the posture break has some iframes as well. Cool. But the third one is a real dangerous one. Brain is too small. I will say objectively, it's much more fun to watch good people play the game, and I would say I would like to classify myself up there, but I also have almost 200 hours in the game, so I would hope that I'm not bad at that point. Let me get these. I would like this one, but I need one more. I don't need Vault Over. Shinobi Eyes is good. Riley, you're big brain. Don't shut your mouth. You could do it. Like you said, you just haven't tried. You went the wrong way. Here, bud, you did what you told me not to do when I did my first Dark Souls run. You said, "Hey man, you can go two ways. You can do the right way or you can do the skeletons." And you told me. But no one told you, and you did the skeletons. Don't get down on yourself just because you picked the skeletons and you didn't know better. I need to do the monkey now. Also, I need to pee again because I have a bladder the size of a literal cashew. So I will be right back. Please forgive me. Thank you for hanging around. I love all of you. Just a friendly reminder, let me throw in there, I guess. If you're not following, drop me a follow. I would really appreciate that. I've been streaming quite a bit recently. It's been really enjoyable. I think I'm enjoyable and entertaining and good at games, kind of. And entertainment varies. I'm at least funny when I'm not good. So drop a follow if you want. I will be back in just a moment. Anthony, the skeletons are like right when you hit Firelink Shrine, you can go up to Undeadburg, or you can turn around and go towards the catacombs, and the game doesn't stop you from doing either. So you can go get your butt fucked in the graveyard, or you can do what you're actually supposed to be doing, and you don't know which is right. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I realized I was crouched over at Brandon's desk looking at something going on his monitor, and I think that may have just been enough for me to have been just like sticking my butt into the camera frame. So, sorry and or you're welcome if that was the case. Anthony, yes, that is correct. The Zweihander is at the big grave. And it's a great place to go for early game randomizers. There's so much shit there. Where's the place I go? Is it that way? I think it's this way. I always forget. This is my least favorite one to head to. Yeah, it's this way. But yeah, I just remember when I was starting to stream, I was like, hey, Riley, I'm going to play Dark Souls for the first time. I'm going to stream it. Period. It's that, like, end of statement. And then he was like, all right, you can, just to note at the beginning, there's 2 ways you can go. Don't do the skeletons. That's the wrong way. There's a right way, and it's not the skeletons. And I was like, okay, noted. Oh, do you not have the game on PC? I'm not, if you wanna, if it would get us in a call, chatting a bit, and gaming and vibing, next time Dark Souls Remastered goes on sale, I'll buy you a copy, and we can do a rando on the same seed, and hang out and have a good time. All right, what we got? No, I didn't rest. Do I have a gourd seed? Let me just. I think I might have a gourd seed. Anthony, what? You're not the kind of guy to buy Skyrim 5 different times? Hold on. I'm going to just... I need to send a Discord message. And then I also want to tweet again. Because I want viewers and no one can fault me for that. I will say one of the great things about Randomizer that I really, really appreciate is that, yeah, shit like that. But the item randomizer and the enemy randomizer are both totally independent of each other. And because of how the game just works, you can run them at any time. So, like, if, I don't know, for instance, hypothetically, you really like your starting items, but then, oh no, you run into Manus instead of the Asylum Demon, wouldn't that be crazy? It's only happened to me twice. Then you just go, oh shit, and you just go back to the title screen and just go reroll enemies, and it goes, alright, bet, and then you just load into the game, and it's like, oh, cool, there's Gargoyle instead. And you're like, rad. Moving on. Oh, sorry. I need to send a message on Discord as well. I'm getting back into it real fast. Am I not friends with this person on Discord anymore? Well, that's mildly unfortunate. But yeah, I also totally understand that. So I don't blame you at all for that one. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. I'm just trying to. Why are people's Twitter handles so fucking crazy? I literally just want to be like, at this person. Add me on Discord.
Maybe, I don't know. Right here? Yes.
God, typing numbers is so hard. There we go. Okay. Rad.
No.
Okay, I'll be real, Anthony. I still think Manus is like up there for ridiculously hard, and still like top. Okay, who in DS3 do you think specifically was harder than Manus? Maybe like one or two. Definitely Orphan of Kos is fucking ridiculous. But I don't really think anyone other than Orphan of Kos is harder than Manus. I don't know. I kind of cruised through Bloodborne. That was I played on stream and I was really bad, and then the next time that I played the game off stream, I did very well. Oh wait, he asked me a question. Shit. DS3 DLC. I don't remember if I... Oh, no, sorry. Okay. Kos is fucking ridiculous. And I'm so glad I never have to beat that boss again. I don't remember all this shit that I have to do. I just have to talk to these guys a few times each. Did I get a key? I don't remember if he gave me the key that I need. I don't even know if I have the key that I need. Yeah, I do. Cool. DS3, who in the DLC? I mean, maybe the, I don't think Gale was harder than Manus, personally. Demon of Hatred. Sword Saint, I disagree with, but I understand. Demon of Hatred, I definitely agree with. I have not beaten that boss legitimately. I have cheesed him every single time, and if he were in a different arena, I would be fucked. Where am I going? There's too many. Oh my god, there's so many places. Demon of Hatred's... I don't know, I could just be wrong, or I don't know, ignorant, but I think Demon of Hatred is borderline an objectively bad boss. I would say I am very good at this. I don't know about very good, but I would say I am good at this game. And Demon of Hatred smacks my shit sideways on the reg. Maybe that means I'm not good at this game. Maybe that's my keeping me humble moment. I was... Okay, I've never thought Frida was that bad. I've heard people talk about it. Maybe I just, like, got lucky. But... I didn't think Frida was bad. It's probably my favorite part about Sekiro. Oh, no! Not that part. That part sucks. That's, like, my least favorite part about Sekiro. Oh no. That's quite unfortunate. I'm gonna be real. Isabel, what would you like me to call you now? Because I'm gonna forever think of you as Deadly, Deadly Hippopotamus. I can call you Hippo, Hippa, Hippomus. Hippomus is fine. Anyway, my point was Deadly's fine, cool. Wiggling to sidles fast is the strat in this game, and it's the same in most games that you gotta sidle around. Zara Larson is I think pop maybe accurate. She might do like EDM bordering almost maybe. But over the past 8 years or so, I think she's been a bit more popular. Something just fell out of my pocket. I didn't even know I had something in my pocket. I don't remember putting this in my pocket, but alright. Where did I hit a button? I can't name any of her songs, but I know I've seen her name pop up enough on like Spotify or whatever that I know I don't dislike songs that I've heard that she is in. Which is like one of the most wishy-washy opinions. But it's all I spooked the shit out of me. That's all I've got to offer. Am I hungry? Not particularly, but I could be down to munch. Just generic pop. I never want to say that because I feel like that seems it's taken as like negative sometimes. I like a lot of pop music. Brandon, are you familiar with Zara Larson? Did you know apparently her asshole is out on the internet? Deadly says that he has learned that fact recently, or today. Yeah, Wolf's just in the middle of whatever he's doing. He's like, I'm gonna just sit down and let me just. Oh, I must teleport. I'm about to be fucking stabbed through the gut. Oh. Do I have enough for any important or reasonable skills? No, I still don't want... I want that one. I don't want Vault Over. Oh, it's been a few months since you saw it. Okay, I thought this was like something that happened as you said it. I thought you were like, this is something that I just at this moment saw. I'm gonna be honest, I think that would be the same with me. And I don't think I enjoy any musical artists that I find attractive enough for like that to be anything I would want. Anthony, very recently, this is just not related to anything we've been talking about, but related to the message I sent in Heartbreak Hotel earlier about like wanting to do some stuff. I was dog sitting for a friend recently and like only had my laptop on me and got in a call with a few friends, and we were like, oh, what should we do? And I was like, we should play Board Game Online. And they were like, what the fuck's Board Game Online? And I was like, oh, what is Board Game Online? And so we played some BGO. And it has not changed much. It has changed a little bit. I think they've added I disagree with that sequence of events, but that's fine. They have added a bit of stuff. which shocked me, but it did still slap wholeheartedly, entirely, no question about it. And that's why I'm kind of more like prior was like, "Oh, do y'all want to play it in like nostalgia?" And then now I'm like, "Do y'all want to play cuz I want to fucking play." It was basically the exact same except for some of the things that popped up. I was like, "Oh, I don't recognize this." But it wasn't like, "Wow, these are new animations or a new UI or a new anything else." It was just they threw in a new text event with some new options. I think there was a new STD you can get in the game. But absolutely still slapped. And I sincerely never have the urge to play Cards Against Humanity with anyone other than like us five. I don't even know. Well, we don't have the 5 anymore. I guess it's just us 4 because it was the 4. No, sorry, Omir. I was not counting. I was not counting Omir. Omir would put us at 5. Okay, so some of my past attempts at bosses, I've been like, I'm not focusing and just fucking cruising. But this lady is at my throat for not giving my attention. Please do not kill me. This is like the most I've died to one boss or mini boss thus far. I will say the people running that site, I do not think are necessarily awash with any resources. I think may be fair to say. I'll not necessarily say money, nor... Okay. I'm not going to say they're not awash with technical ability. I don't know how long it would take me to make that game, but I do think I, with my current knowledge, could make board game online. Oh. That is extremely unfortunate to hear. Yeah. Well, yeah, quite sad, for sure. My sympathies absolutely go out. Maybe, I don't know, we can... I don't know, I'm not gonna say anything ignorant following that. But some board game online would be fun. Is the point I'm sticking by. Excuse me? Excuse me? Thank you. I thought I was about to just die. Or just walking off the ledge. Cool. We're approaching... This is one of the parts of the game that randomizer is, like, objectively better. Because none of these people are gunmen. They're all, like, lizards or some shit. No one can shoot you, and you don't just immediately die for no reason. It's swell. Yeah, definitely. I played Jackbox last night. I don't know if you came by. You came by one of the other nights, I think. But I was playing Jackbox last night with people that, like, I have played with before, and I know have things that make me laugh so hard that I am crying. But people were like, so are we going to be playing with, like, randos on stream? And I was like, no. I don't even want to play with, like, other friends of mine. So yeah, like Quiplash or Fibbage, or Cards Against Humanity, stuff like that, I think is very, Like, very dependent on the group of people, for sure. Alright. Theoretically, this will be an easy-peasy fight. All of these parries are so bad. I do not know this is going to go well. And the thing is, like, sometimes it's wholeheartedly subjective. I would say even most of the time. One sec. And it's just like there's sometimes that like the type of humor doesn't fit the game or fit the scenario or like the other group of people or something like that. But also, yeah, sometimes people just, you're like, damn, that's just, you have not, none of your jokes have landed in the 3 hours we've been playing. Sorry about we're not getting the big snake, like, jump scare. I know how it goes. Do I already have Mibu breathing technique? Oh, yeah, it's from the monk. Up. Wolf, thank you. Okay, we're now getting into the part where Big Monkey and Final Boss. You can't reach me. Stop giving me the perilous. We're gonna see how these go, but we're winding down. It's like there's one more boss, and then I head to the final boss with maybe a mini boss in between that I don't remember if I have to do. I know the speedrun doesn't have to do it, but I don't know if I remember the jump that allows me to skip it. POV, you are a giant snake. It's true. I'm a big boy. I'm a big. They call me the reptile. Damn, if only this were. I love how I think it's so funny. So apparently, all of those monkeys, that big like group of monkeys, is considered one enemy. In the game. So they just unabashedly, there's just absolutely, they do not care that if you are near those monkeys are rendering at like 4 frames per second. Just you're standing there, they're and thankfully it's not the game chugging, it's just the monkeys, but it's one of those choices that when you see it, you're like, okay, if you had to do this technically, like, should you have kept this in the game? And I don't mind it. And the only reason I know that they're considered one enemy, and okay, I guess I don't know if they're considered one enemy, but they are considered one entity for drops. Because you get a drop once you have killed all of them. And so there will be some times like Lil Aggie did a thing where like all enemies were replaced with one version of Ishin. And he had to kill like 15 Ishins, to all of those monkey Ishins, to get the collective monkey drop. And I was like, ooh, that's just fucking rough. Oh, I never turned Mortal Draw on. Alright, let's go. This is, if anything's gonna be a sticking point, most of this, I would say, has gone about as I had hoped. I've died, like I said at the very beginning, I said I was hoping for an entertaining / engaging amount of deaths, which I think I've had. If I was at like 50 deaths or something, that would be not good. I would also still be on like Gyobu or Guinea 1, but if anything's gonna be a sticking point, this guy's got the best, one of the best chances. Also, Riley, I will say, this is kind of inherently has to be a spoiler, but if you do not know what's up with this boss already, I think you should look away until a bit. You know this boss? Alright. It's very sad, but I think, like, this boss, sadly, is not one of, like, too many people know about it before playing the game, but I think if you unknowingly played the game, this boss is, like, one of biggest plot twists in games. John did not tell me he's doing DS3. He got Elden Ring Plat. I'm looking, I'm not inherently seeking Plat right now, but I know for a fact I will be getting it, eventually. Oh shit, I forgot my buttons. I was like special attack and hit the Elden Ring button. I started a second Elden Ring playthrough. I think I'm stopping, not stopping, but I don't know, I'm still playing other stuff. And if I'm streaming more, that'll take up a bit more of my time. But I definitely want the Elden Ring plat. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get... So I have the Bloodborne plat, I have the Sekiro plat, and plat just for the sake of... I only have the Bloodborne achievement on... God damn it. On PlayStation. I have the all Sekiro achievements on Steam. I have a lot of the Elden Ring and Dark Souls 1 and 3 achievements. I don't remember Dark Souls 2. I would really like to not lose this. I'm playing fairly well. That's so fair. It was, like, sincerely not very fun. Especially one of them is so just... Okay, I'll be real. It's just most of them that you have to go through are fine. You only have to go through, like, 6 of the set game-created ones that the developers made, that they're like, alright, cool, we did this, whatever, fine. But one of the developer-made ones makes it to where no matter what your health is at, it's cut in half. Fuck that. Are you level 140? Nope. Who gives a shit? You have half health. Get fucked, idiot. And everyone hates the defiled Tumerian chalice. Fuck that shit. That sucked. All of the other stuff was just like, it just felt like kind of cool side quest content. But the defiled Tumerian chalice can suck infinity dicks. And I think it's ridiculous that Bloodborne had so many really cool bosses that were exclusive to the chalices. Like, there was something like half the bosses in the game's code were exclusive to random chalice dungeons. Some of them sucked, but some of them were really cool. And so, I don't know, thankfully, but also kind of sadly, there was only one achievement. That's fair, Riley. God, I want Bloodborne PC just unreasonably bad, and I know that's like that's a common sentiment, but it's just, I will say, people playing the game, one of the most common reviews that you'll hear about Bloodborne, oh my god, it's beautiful. No, it's fucking not. I'm playing this shit on PS5, and it's like 900p, 30 FPS. It's not beautiful. If you're standing there, and you're in the hunter's dream, and you're staring at the moon, sure, shit looks great. That moon, delightful. You running around and being in the middle of a boss fight? I'm getting greedy. Don't fucking kill me. I was unreasonably stressed for 10 seconds. Was that first try? Let's go, me. But sitting there and playing a boss fight and getting a solid 10 FPS and getting rolls coming out, like, legitimately 5 to 10 seconds after you push the button, and just seeing artifacting on the flames? No, it's... When did the timer get paused? When did I hit the fucking pause button? Hello? It started over. This is so stupid. I don't... Oh no, my not speed run. Whatever, I'm having a great time. I hope y'all are having a great time. I'm gonna just throw this shit at like 225. I think that seems reasonable. If anybody has any qualms with that, I'll be happy to revert it to whatever else it was at. But I'm just looking for a... We still have the end game timer. I'm just looking to have fun and play some video games with some homies, which this has been a resounding success. See, I haven't played Bloodborne PSX, and I honestly don't know if I will. I think it's a phenomenal concept. I love that someone did it. It makes me so happy. I don't think I want to play it. I just don't. I would think I just want to play Bloodborne. That's kind of my entire opinion on it. I think it's fucking rad. I'm so happy someone made it. Beautiful passion projects. Madness sucks nuts. What are those called? Oh, they're my least favorite enemy in the game, except for maybe the dogs. They're called Winter Lanterns? I think. Anthony, I assume those have to be the enemies you're talking about. The giant heads with like 50 eyes with like spindly arms that hug you and fuck your shit up forever. Winter Lantern Bloodborne. They are called Winter Lanterns. Cool. Yeah, fuck those guys. And that's fair. Was that ape first try? I'm so proud of myself. I was so scared about that one, and I also didn't even practice that one. I practiced some of the other ones. I actually, okay, I'll be honest, because for the sake of like content TM, I didn't practice the 2 bosses that I actually genuinely have trouble with. I just kind of played some of the other bosses quite a bit. So we'll see how Final Ishin goes. Okay, so I've only done Sekiro and Dark Souls 1. And for Dark Souls 1, my most common setting for Dark Souls 1, which is not most people, I respect the sentiment of full rando or bust, but also I don't know how many people that are saying that have or can regularly do full randos. My preferred Dark Souls 1 is that was one of the most sincere enemy screams I've ever heard in a video game. I'm shook. So I love boss rando, and I love item rando, and then I like key item rando, but only key items replaced with other key items. I do not think in Dark Souls 1, I think that general enemy randomizer sucks. I think that's not fun. I do not have a good time with entire enemy rando in DS1. I think it's fine in this game. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, got a little bit fucked up. We're just gonna take that as a death. Anthony, I've never heard that voice line before. I've never gone down there. That man just shrieked like a child at the top of his lungs, and I respect it. Anyway, Sekiro randomizer is really fun. I've done quite a few of them. I don't know enough about Dark Souls 2 or 3 to do a randomizer, I don't think. Just personally. I've played Dark Souls 1 through, I think, 3 times vanilla and 2 times randomizers. I've done Dark Souls 2 once. I've finished Dark Souls 3 once, and I've gotten halfway through it another time. And I've done Bloodborne twice and the DLC twice. I don't know anything about Bloodborne rando. I honestly don't even think I'd want to attempt it. Frames? Where are my frames? I dropped my frames. Has anyone seen them? I've dropped my health. What's happening? Where is my fucking... No, I haven't done Bloodborne PSX. I was talking about that. I don't think... I don't see the appeal as a player. Maybe it's just because I never played PlayStation 1. Excuse me. Maybe it's because I never really played PlayStation 1. I just think I would rather just play Bloodborne. Okay, so I don't have to do the Ashina Elite. I can just head right up here. What is wrong with me and or the game? I've never, ever had this much trouble just generally grappling up to the top of the castle. Okay, now I just need to make sure I pick the correct option to not double the length of the game. I'll give it a try, but I mean, I've just played a lot of Bloodborne, and I think it's phenomenal as a passion project. And if I made that, I would hope so many people play it, but I'm gonna be real, I don't know why I would play it, I guess. And that feels kind of rude to say. I'm not a huge fan of saying that, but I have to obey the code and forsake Kuro. Yes. Okay. And now we're into the final boss, or I guess final two bosses. This is, I think, one of the easiest bosses, but this was the first boss I attempted today. The first time I've played the game since I've played Elden Ring, and I died. I got my Emma slapped my shit to next week. I mean, kind of like that. Honestly, I don't. I'll use one res just to play, but that was embarrassing. This is the shortest route. It, like, in other routes, so when you're up at the top of the castle, that conversation I just had, okay, at least I played the rest of the game quite well, because yikes. That looked worse than the anecdote I was trying to tell y'all about how bad I did in practice. The one time I did that fight. Yeah, I always feel bad anytime I do this route. But so if you pick the other option in that dialogue, then it sincerely, like, why stop fucking hitting me? It like doubles the length of the game. And it's kind of crazy. I'm losing my... I don't know what's happening. I've sincerely never had anywhere even close to this much trouble getting up here. I'm baffled. Oops. Sorry if that was loud. I don't really think it was, but I kind of punched my mic. And also the frames on that grapple die every time. So I need to, like, jump like that and hit that. Okay, so I'm just ignoring the grapple that I need to. Okay. Cool. Alright, alright. So now we're gonna kill the lady that's been helping us the whole time. I probably should have seen if I had any gourd seeds to trade into her, but I think 7 is sufficient. I'm gonna focus on this so I stop. Ironic that I took damage because I didn't focus because I was too busy saying, okay, I don't need to shut the fuck up. Okay. I deserved it. I think. A little bit of a yikes, but I don't know why. We'll be fine. I'm gonna get it this time for sure. I'm beating the game on this attempt. Just you wait. I felt like I parried those. Oh my god. There's ambulances outside. They're coming for Sekiro. They know he's about to get his shit kicked. That wasn't good. That's fine. I've got 5 gourds, 3 pellets, and a res. First phase of Shura Ishin is pretty easy. Second phase, when he busts out the fire, gets rough. First phase, I'm always fine with. Second phase, I profusely die. I just didn't even attempt to parry that first one. Game? You okay? Alright, into orange immediately is very good. Fire's very bad. Didn't hit us, very good. The part of this that I learned is you just can't let him smack you with fire. That's like the entire, yeah, this shit. Okay. I don't know, less content, but I'm gonna focus. Was that first try too? No, sorry, first try on Final Ishin, but third try on Emma? Let's go. Score? Big money for the boys back home? Cool. I did it. Easy money. Yeah, so any advice to people doing that? Spam the shit out of Mortal Draw. Even if you don't have any spirit emblems or whatever. Just spam Mortal Draw. It interrupts attacks and it does a lot of damage. That fight sucks. The first half of his fight is fun. The second phase of his fight is not fun. Okay, cool. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. I had a good time with that. Pretty much exactly, it took us exactly as long as I was hoping it would take. Hidetaka Miyazaki, that is my actual father. Him and Sakurai from Super Smack Bro. But I had a great time. I'm gonna head out, but I hope y'all have a swell day, swell evening, swell Saturday, etc. And have a good night. Thank you for the bits and the subs and the follows and the raids and whatever else had happened. I hope y'all have a good one. I don't know when I'll be back. Probably not tomorrow, but Monday or Tuesday. I need to figure out like a randomizer or something to do. Because I don't really want to like just keep streaming Melee. Also, I'll cap off 7. I should have taken it during the credits, but I did it. I'll find a randomizer or something to do. maybe Stardew. Who knows? But it'll be a fun time. Thank y'all. Have a good one. Sleep well. Don't let the bed bugs bite unless you're into that sort of thing.